Thank you, dancers, all dancers. You know, when we try to think about what it means to shape a life and be shaped by life, you can't get much more clear than a community that comes together to dance and to celebrate. And so we are grateful for all who have come to dance and to give voice and step and hope to the life that was lived in love and organization and organizing others, or at least inciting others to organize. And I've gotten pulled in too, I tell you, it's an amazing thing. When Brad and I met to talk about this service, one of the things that he shared with me is a friendship book that many of you had put together. It was fairly early after LuAnne had been diagnosed, so that people put in their pictures and some phrases that would remind LuAnne of who you were and how you had come to be together. And I pulled a few of the quotes from that friendship book to share with you. All of the quotes were sweet or profound or funny. Some were lovely, and I loved the beginning of the book that said, "You have blessed us, and you are loved by many." And Ashley said about LuAnne, she always read from her book of dances, which made me believe her heart was with the dance and the spirit of teaching. And Maddie called LuAnne the Queen. I'll leave that there so you can imagine. And Lori said to her, "Godspeed and all traveling mercies be yours on your journey." And Betty said, "My feet will always know how to have fun when Irish music is playing." Susan, one day, one step, one jig at a time. You are loved. And Yulia said this about Lyd, Lincoln Irish dancer. She said, "I have found more than a hobby here. I have found a family." And Katya said, "You have been lighting up the room with your energy and vivacity, creating an infectious aura of music and movement, which is impossible to overcome." And Sandra said, "Dance is the art of the feet. Dance is the poetry of the heart. Thank you for sharing your art, poetry, and the love of both." Susie said, "You have been an inspiration to me, and Lincoln Irish Dancers has changed my life forever." And Kyle and Cassandra said, "You may forget some things, but you can always count on this. We love you, no matter what." And Brad, in reflecting on LuAnne and Alzheimer's, said that she had finally two words that she regularly spoke that were almost always surprisingly appropriate. She said, "Oh gosh." And as time passed, Brad says she spoke them less and less often. He said, "But mostly she laughs." And he says, "I grieve every day for each new loss." Thus is the story of those who deal with dementia and Alzheimer's. The weaving together of LuAnne's life is the bringing together of music and dance, poetry in motion. To bring together people from diverse backgrounds, diverse loves, diverse communities, and to put them together into one with multiple moving parts. I was watching, especially as the Lincoln Irish Dancers did their first dance, and the inweaving of dancers with one another, high and low, and I just was envisioning the drawing of a Celtic knot that has so many interwoven parts. And I was just thinking, as I tried to describe to somebody what we were doing today, I said, it is a service with multiple moving parts that will create together something that is wonderful and whole. Thus was LuAnne's life. And I am grateful for having been enough on the edge of it to be drawn into the center. Thank you, Brad. What a gift that she has been to this community. What a gift she leaves, what a legacy we are given. We no longer need to grieve each new loss. Instead, we can celebrate with each new dance, with each new child, with each new person who is touched by the gift of music, by the gift of the poetry of dancing together, of the community that gathers to remember. And we can give thanks. And now we will have some more music to help us reflect and remember, and then after the music we'll have one more dance, but before that dance we'll have a poem that I hear that LuAnne shared every time she called a dance. So Patty Wack will give us a gift of music, and then we will hear some more poetry and another dance.